I built an aesthetic attractive physique despite starting out with bad genetics. Here's the proof, and here's the evidence. And so by doing this, I unlocked the life that I wanted to live. Because when I was younger, like you, I was in my room watching self-improvement videos, consuming self-improvement content, and incorporating new habits, like working out, waking up early, cold showers, no fap, meditation, the usual starter pack for self-improvement. I did all that shit, but my goal was always primal. You may even call it shallow, but I wanted to be attractive. That was my goal. I wanted to be attractive. I wanted to be respected. I wanted to be noticed. I wanted a physique that got attention from girls, that girls were attracted to, that guys respected. It was just something that they instinctively knew was worthy of respect. Essentially, I wanted to become the main character of my own life, not just some side character, some dude in the background. And so I built it. I built the physique, not with genetics, not with some luck, but with a plan. You could call it a sculpting strategy, a formula, but that's what I've put into this community, the genetic outliers. Because see, when I first joined the gym, I was confused. Prior to that, I did some home workouts, some calisthenics movements to get used to the motion, but I entered the gym. I entered the gym with the intention to build that size, to build up that structure, the appearance, the muscle that would build the attractive physique I had in mind. And so everybody was telling me to just lift as much weight as possible, to push some weight, to do this dumbbell this bench press that, that machine, fuck this, just keep lifting heavier, heavier, heavy, heavy. And that's what I did. That's what I did for a while. I felt like something was wrong, but I carried on doing it because that's what all these more experienced guys were telling me. So, fuck it, I did it. And I did get bigger. I got bigger, but I didn't look better. I'll be real. I did not look better. I just looked bigger. None of it gave me the look that I wanted. And so, around that time, I met somebody who had that physique, who looked a certain way, who attracted the girls, who had the physique that even other men couldn't help but respect. He got the attraction from girls that I respected. And these guys really had the physiques that would turn heads. And they weren't just big. They were balanced. They were aesthetic. They were genuinely attractive. Pause. But that's when I said, fuck it. Let me just look at what they're doing. Let me look at why their physiques look that way. And so I broke it down and built it myself. I studied, I trained, I refined my routine. Because what makes an attractive physique will always be universal. The genetics you have, the genetics somebody else have, this guy, they're all different. Fine. All of us have different bodies, different starting points. But what makes an attractive physique will always be universal across continents, across countries, across borders, cultures, time periods. It is universal, timeless. And so I ended up with a body that got the attraction, that got head-turning effects from girls, that got the attention from girls, the attraction from girls, the respect from other men, the questions of how did you do this, mainly through the YouTube videos I make, without steroids, without any magic, without any elite genetics, just precision. But that's only half the story, because over the years of building my physique, I didn't just build my body, I also built my character. I went from a guy who essentially was invisible, not just felt invisible, was invisible, to someone that people remember. It goes beyond labels, strangers, people remembered. Not only feeling in control of my own life, but feeling in control of the trajectory I was on, feeling control of the benefits I had in my life, the social circle, the people around me, the people I wanted and I didn't want around me. I could control these things. Now that means a lot. And it all came as a byproduct of realizing that whatever I think is unchangeable, whatever genetic limitation, life limitation, it can come from anything. Maybe the way you were raised, maybe your ethnicity, your background, and what people have told you. It can all be changed, every single bit. I learned how to destroy my insecurities. To be able to walk into a room and not feel small. And to speak like someone worth listening to. And not because I was naturally confident, because that was absolutely not the case. All it was a drive to improve, to defy, to counteract the beliefs I had in my mind. Now I'm at a position where I've built a reselling business, which I run with my brother. The confidence to put myself out there on the internet. Now I put everything, my routine, my method, my mindset, everything into the school community to share it with you, to speak with you, to actually interact with you. I had this routine previously hosted on a different site, but here things are different. If you watched this and got motivated, I'm glad. I'm really glad. But this is really for the ones that want to make a change, not just make an average change, not just to glow up. This wind is terrible. Wow. Not just to become more attractive, not just to glow up, but to defy the limitations that you never thought you could change. Because that's what I did. To build a version of yourself that makes high value girls, quality girls cry over, think about, want to date, not just find attractive. To become the guy a good quality girl actually wants to spend her time with, maybe the rest of her life with. And to walk through the world with pride, not just coping mechanisms. And to do that, you do not need to be born lucky. All you need is a guide. And that's why I made one. Because I would have needed it when I was in your position. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Join now. Whatever the price is, it will keep increasing as the value keeps increasing. And one final point, if you're still here, if you're still watching, you feel what I'm saying. And that's because you're ready. I'll see you inside.